Hello people, this is Zippy and welcome to my classroom. The video today is something very close to my heart, and it's something that is, many people have said, is a myth, and that is achieving a work-life balance. Honestly, if you feel you have hacked this secret, please share with us in the comment section, because you and I, hoping you've clicked on this because you're also struggling with the same thing I am. Yeah, let's see different ways on how to do this. Okay, so you, out of the 10 points, you might be able to do, you might already be doing, let's say, 2, but at least let's keep going up until we are able to do all the 10. Okay, so both you and I are working together on this, and then we can come back one day and revisit this video and see, are we actually able to do all these things? Yeah, and I know it can be really hard, especially entrepreneurs, people who own their own businesses, don't really have a work-life balance. Their life is their work and their work is their life. Okay, people who are employed, we can try, but there's so many demands, so many targets to meet. But so I'll be giving you just 10 ways, okay, in which we can achieve our work-life balance. Yeah, if it's possible, right? First thing, set clear boundaries. Set clear boundaries. And I know people get they take offense when you set a boundary and say no calls after work, no texts, no anything, any communication after work. I mean, fine, you can send that email, but I won't read it until the next day. Okay, that is that kind of boundary that you need to have, such that unless you're working a profession where you have to take on emergency calls, then you shouldn't be picking calls outside your working hours. And it can be it can be hard to say no, but we're working on this. Okay, work life. Yeah, sometimes work is goes up to 80% and your life is at 20. Sometimes your life is at 80% and work is at 20, depending on the kind of job you have. Let's see if we can strike a balance. Second thing, prioritize self-care. This one is hard. This one I will not refuse. This one is hard. Because you need to exercise, eat healthy, spend more time with family, spend more time with your, spiritual side. And sometimes you work so hard, you even don't have time to eat. Honestly, how many times do you just leave the house without breakfast? Or how many times do you just get to the house, you're so tired, and sleep without eating anything? Or I saw a joke, a meme, where somebody had so many papers on their desk. They had done, they were just finishing the last one, and then the secretary is coming behind them with a whole stack of papers, but he's not noticed. So he says, "Oh, finally I'm done with this work. I wonder how old my kids are." That was so sad, because you're missing an integral part of this, and that is why taking vacations is really important. If you can get leave days, just to compensate for that, well and good. But also, don't feel guilty for putting food on your family's table. Okay, you just need to find that proper balance. Yeah, but don't forget about yourself. Don't forget those hobbies, the things that make you happy. If it is like this, shooting a video that's making you happy, please find time to do that. If it's playing football, golf, hanging out with friends, please find some time that you're able to strike a balance, that your family is seeing you, your friends are able to see you, but your work is not suffering at the same time. Okay, these interests that you have, pursue them. because the day that work will be gone, what are you going to be left with? You will need something that makes you happy, that makes you get out of bed in the morning. Third, and that's why we need to revisit this, learn to say no. If you're like me, then you've struggled with this, like, yeah, saying no is so hard, especially it could be from anywhere, your juniors, your seniors, adding you this assignment, and especially us as teachers, it's so hard to say no to a student, to a parent who needs your support. You will never say no, honestly, but it is necessary too. Okay, just for you to take care of yourself, to avoid burnout. Yeah, that's something I am also struggling with, but one day we shall get there. Okay, so we keep holding each other accountable, so we learn to say no, because we need another part of our lives to be fulfilled as well, so that we're not working, and letting the life aspect of it suffer, or your life in, and the work aspect is also suffering. So your friends are like, hey, let's go out today, you're the first one there, oh, let's go to wherever, and you're not able to beat any of the assignments. So you on weeknights, instead of resting and being ready for tomorrow and all of that, you're lifing so hard you're not productive the next day. So yeah, we really need this balance. Point number 4, I mentioned it in a previous episode: delegate work and collaborate. It's that simple. It's a struggle, I know, but we need to work together. You need to be able to delegate, so that you have these tasks that have been divided for the different people in the team. Yes, that it's not one person just working. Then there's no collaboration. Each person must pull their weight. Okay, so for you to get that work-life balance, why are you working till midnight when there's somebody who finished their work by 4 p.m., you know? So find a way to delegate tasks, so that each person is able to carry a load of their own, and just share that responsibility, and end up, all of us balancing. Yeah, it's a win-win situation. And that's one of the best ways to improve efficiency. If you haven't watched my video on how to improve efficiency and productivity, I'll link it up here, and then yeah, just go and watch it. 5, time management. Yes, avoid procrastination, and especially when it's something you don't really want to do, you procrastinate, and then you end up not doing, and then you have to do it at a time when you should be enjoying your life. Yeah, let's manage our time better. When you have that, you're able to accomplish a lot in a very focused way, in a very focused manner, and you plan yourself. You're able to see, okay, so on this day and this day I'll accomplish this. I'm gonna sacrifice my spending 1 hour of lunch. I can spend 30 minutes or less, or I can carry my packed lunch, just so that I'm able to manage my time and leave work at the right time. Point number 6, communicate with your employer. Sometimes we go through so many things in life, and the employer is not aware, so they keep adding new tasks, and you have so many other things that are carrying so much of you. You could have a family member who is sick, so after work you're always in hospital with them, or you're taking care of them at home. You could have a newborn baby, and that one is so tasking. It does not matter whether you had 3 months or 6 months of maternity leave. No, it is still a lot of work, and there you are at work, sleep deprived. Yeah, but you've kept it a secret, so people don't know, unless they actually saw you, carrying that pregnancy. If you're the man, most people really don't know when a man has gotten a newborn baby unless they come and say it. Okay, so that person could be struggling with so many things, but have not communicated with the employer, and you want to be, given some grace, given a lighter workload, be allowed to leave work at a, much earlier than normal. But those things will not happen if you don't communicate. And then you see a colleague of yours who's getting, those favors, you know, um, favors, and you feel bad because they were not given to you at the time, but you never asked. So communicate, tell your employer, like, no, I'm unwell, or I need to go for this checkup, I need this and that, so that they're able to help you balance your work and this other aspect of life. Seventh, plan and prioritize. I know many people do not plan effectively. Plan. Plan a week in advance. This is why I'm saying this. Um, in different workplaces, there are certain weeks that are heavier than others. For example, right now, um, for me personally, it's a period of lesson observation and work scrutiny. So I know my workload right now is crazy, okay? But if I plan that a week in advance, then I know what is needed. So on top of the work that I'm currently doing, I know I have to prepare all my lesson plans. I have to go through the lesson plans of people in my team. I have to go over so many other management documents and so on. So my workload has, literally tripled in that in just that 1 week. So planning and prioritizing, it means that I'm gonna have to spend longer hours, and so on. So if I plan in good time, I'm able to find bits and pieces of time for me to do some tasks ahead of time, so that in that week I have reduced in one area because the work is already so much, but I'm able to have some reprieve because I planned earlier and I was able to start a few things much earlier. So it is really important, so that this, a week is coming that's going to be very heavy. What can I reduce from that week so that I don't go crazy? Okay, this can really happen. And that is why it's important to schedule work tasks and even personal tasks, because work can be so much you forget that, oh, Tuesday night I had graduation dinner for so and so to go, or I had this thing to attend to. But since you didn't schedule in advance, you don't remember. Okay, so if you have an assistant to help you, please go ahead and do that. But we have so many online assistants that can help us, just help us plan and prioritize our tasks. Point number 8, flexibility and adaptability. You've had these words from me a lot, and this we really have to be, and sometimes it's both ways. Like I said earlier, sometimes your work might be eating up 80% of your time. Sometimes it's the life aspect that's eating up. You know, if if you're flexible and adaptable, you'll be able to put things here and there, yeah, so that you're not very rigid and say, no, I get to work at 8 o'clock and I leave at 5 o'clock. Some weeks you might be able to leave at that time. Sometimes you might have to go in an hour earlier just for you, to finish the task, so that you're not piling work and then you're miserable and unhappy every single time. Be flexible, okay? Sometimes it could be the life aspect that you've been too busy, and not giving people enough time, the people that matter the most to you, but you've gone ahead, you've made this money, but you've not had time for your family. So what do? You can be able to take a leave day, a week off, or some leave days, just to spend time with even yourself. It's really important to have time for you yourself, because like I tell people, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If your cup is not full, what exactly are you giving to the people around you? If you are miserable, people around you are going to be miserable. If you're happy, people around you are going to be happy. So fill your cup first, and then you're able to overflow to the others. And in fact, it just comes automatically. It will be so easy for you to pour out to other people if you've already taken good care of yourself. Yeah, and the same goes out to employers, leaders, bosses. If you're watching this, and your people in your team have been working long nights, when that task is over, when they've met their target, the following week, please give them some days off, or allow them to leave work early or arrive late. But just be flexible. We really need this flexibility and adaptability in all aspects of our lives. Let's not just stay there and be rigid and end up losing very good um, employees because of such things. And you've had the saying that people don't leave bad work environments, they leave bad bosses. So let's not be the reason why people are running away from their jobs. Next, limit distractions. Yes, we are looking for this work-life balance. So you've been on your laptop from 8 in the morning till 5 p.m. And now you've gone home and you're still on your laptop. Once you're at home, that becomes a distraction, okay? If it's your phone that you've been using during your job, where you're busy on social media, that means your work is suffering because you're distracted. Okay, so limit distractions such that when it's time to work, you're actually working. When it's time to life, you're actually lifing. Yeah, try and find that balance so that no one aspect is suffering. And sometimes you just need that lazy time, or quiet time where you're not doing anything constructive. You just need to recharge. It could be in any form, whatever hobby you have. You will need that moment to go over that. And especially, yeah, I know I'll definitely talk about teachers, because I am a teacher and I do see how teachers pour out to students, and we give all our energies to students during the day, and in the evening, once the day is done, you have absolutely no energy. And sometimes, the deadlines are just a lot. You had, look at like kindergarten teachers, or lower primary school teachers. They've been surrounded by these screaming little human beings. They are tired, they're exhausted, they need some quiet time. You need it, okay? Take it. Do not try to be Superman or Superwoman. You will suffer, okay? You are the one who will suffer. So take this seriously. Last but not least, set realistic expectations, okay, for yourself. And realistic is relative, but you know there are, depending on the kind of work you do, there are people every single day they are able to leave their work at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. People even work half day, and that is fine. Yeah, that is realistic to them. But there are some occupations where you can never do that. Honestly, you can't, and it may not be possible. But you'll find such professions tend to have maybe longer leave days. And if you're able to forgive yourself, be kind to yourself, because, and especially mothers, we are not kind to ourselves. We are always beating ourselves up. We always feel that we're not doing enough. But extend some grace to yourself the way you're extending to other people. Have realistic expectations. You might want to get home every day by 5 o'clock and make dinner for your family and just be this amazing human being and achieve great things, but it's not been possible for you, okay? But it's possible maybe next month when you have a week off, yeah, or you're outside the country, you've not seen your family in such a long time, and you beat yourself up because you're not able to manage that work-life balance. But one day you'll come home and maybe spend a month with them and just devote yourself to them, okay? So it is not always sustainable to have that balance, and that is why people call it a myth. And so the more you beat yourself up, the worse it gets. So just be realistic. You know this is how things are, and you will work to the very best of your ability. But when you actually find the time to devote yourself fully to the things that matter the most to you, you're able to do so. So that every person, who goes out knowing that this person is fully committed both to their work and to their life, okay? So that we are not also now hungry and letting our families suffer because we don't want to work, we want to spend all the time with them, which is not possible. And at the same time, we don't want to be fully at work and spend all our energies there and live our lives, out of that. No, let us work. At the very end, you'll be able to have, just have found a balance somewhere, okay? And if you're in this boat, I wish you all the best. Hang in there, hang in there. Things are going to be fine. And yeah, hope this has been a lesson that you want.